Hi, what's up? We're in the next part. When the devil makes you manifest a demon and you don't even recognize that you're demon possessed, on that day you're in deep trouble, right? And God was trying to help you understand that this is a thing. It's a problem. I also have an issue. Yeah, hey guys, wait again. I've got problems. Go check out the previous part to understand why I'm renting. I don't know if you guys know that game called Dibs. Dibs. You know when somebody says Dibs, they are basically saying first come, first served. They see something and they're like, I call dibs. They see something and they're like, I call dibs. So, guys in a school, when there is a new really hot chick that rocks up and they're like, oh my goodness, who's the flat girl? And then one of the guys is like, I'll call dibs. Essentially what he's saying is, I want to be the one to see if I can't get her. The rest of y'all have to respect it because we have a code here as men. I call dibs. The Lord showed me that some of the guys that peruse me on TikTok, some of y'all, I'm older than you by 10 years, are busy saying in their minds, I call dibs. I look 10 years younger than my age, and I'm suffering, but I am not first come, first served, neither am I up for grabs. I'm not to be married by just about anybody, and as a result of that whole I call dibs mindset, I am deliberately being left to languish and suffer, hoping that you can create a psychological climate of so much insecurity and tininess inside me that I will eventually accommodate. Ibenten. For real? For real? Ibenten. A guy nami by 10 years yonke or 5 years or whatever. You don't get a Kim Kardashian, divorce Kanye West, a 24-year-old. Seriously? You want me? For 5 years. Men that are older than me have broken my heart, and you want me to go and fetch the 24-year-old version of them because I just so happen to look 25 at 38. I call dibs. That is the phenomena, syndrome, sickness, whatever you want to call it, that is going on TikTok. Yazi ukusangana uhlanya hotlali tumpisa kamorana Jesu. Waiting let 7 sons of Sceva trying to cast out demons. Listen, a Holy Spirit trying who foster Musadura as maintained in a situation of squalor and poverty just so you can successfully get to call dibs. Strategy sale is a satanic one that has been after me for years, so it is no wonder people who develop a small little crush on a complete stranger on the internet might get a bravado all of a sudden to think if you can just DM me sufficiently and speak enough Christianese, get la 20. Mamelang. First of all, I'm not up for grams. Secondly, if you don't want to support me, hamba. If you think you can call dibs on me, wangtella, you have not been listening to anything that I am saying at all. You don't know Christ, you don't understand what he's about, and you don't know how protective of me he is to a point where he would never allow just any guy to rock up and take me. Thirdly, I am bespoke to my husband. If at all, I'm going to be getting married. I've been waiting for 11 years on Christ for a husband, and so therefore, there is somebody to whom I have been fashioned very particularly. I am like Rebecca to Isaac. I cannot be just taken up by any random dude here in these streets. A man travels far and wide to find me thing. So that about myself. I might be suffering, I might be in squalor, I might be in a lot of pain, but I have not ever lost a sense of who I am and what is it I'm waiting on God for. What I'm waiting on God for is what neither eye has seen nor ear has heard, what God has prepared for those who wait for him. So no, call dibs, I think not. I'm not in your league, you're not in mine, you're too young, and not only are you too young, you're literally too spiritually immature to be calling dibs on me. And so if you don't want to support me because your dibs fell on fellow ground via ndota, except here's the deal, I'm gonna leave first. I'm leaving first. You guys need to be purified, need to be cleansed. It is ideal that you're a younger audience because I am precisely gunning for a younger audience. Halibone, hore grandshap le tlhoka fetse ka fa gare. Le tshwana le dithomi tsa ka tsa gale, le tshwana le di-boyfriends tsa ka tsa gale, le tshwana le batho ba ke ba gathering ba gale. You are only ever going to grow up and end up like them. Do you really, seriously, young guys, young men, do you want to end up like my ex? Do you want to end up this bitter guy with like a bad rap sheet and some ex that you have hidden in a hole because you could not move on? Do you want to find yourself in and now you're an executive or empty or hollow? Do you seriously want to grow up and end up like these people? No, I don't think so. If you look at my peers, there is sight for sore eyes. Sight for sore eyes because of the random indiscretion the way that you're currently walking in. Literally, I am watching history repeat itself. And I'm here to try and snatch you out from that insensitivity, that insanity, that squalor of thought. Sabotage. You are full of sabotage and entitlement. Who dares call dibs on that has gone through so much, that is so seasoned in Christ? Who? You're like the Hebrews in the wilderness. I cannot deal with the insensitivity, the insanity, and the entitlement alongside the possessiveness over a person that is not even yours for you to keep. I have been given you by God, and if at all you continue to act a fool or up in my girl ngizothathwa mina, is that basic. From environments where people didn't know what they had till it's gone. So stop calling dibs on me. I find it offensive. I'm not up for grabs. I am highly unlikely going to end up married to some dude I met online. So stop thinking rubbish. If you don't like my content, Ambani, go and continue watching those mukbangs with way too much food in the stomach of a tiny little woman. Go. Because I am not here to titillate the taste buds of anybody, neither am I here to ukusebenzela mahala mina. I have come to a soup kitchen to feed people food. If they're going to pass my food shade like it's not the best bread I ever baked because it's free, this is what's going to happen. I'ma leave. If you want yourself some shigion, get a guy on YouTube. I'm leaving. Nyamba TikTok, and I will not come back until it appears that it is worth my while for me to come back. So, if you're gonna leave my content still dry, tumbleweed rolling around there, even though I can see that people are watching, I can see watch count, but I'm not seeing likes. The ratio of likes to watches is nothing. You're just gliding right by my content. You're not helping me grow. Have you ever tried, or have you ever bothered moya because we're empty? That's your stomach grumbling. A long burp because moya. I dare you to go find somebody else like me. Literally, never might you find someone like me, and that you're acting a fool. I am rare and I know it. I am rare and I know it. I've been consecrated for your purpose and for your sake. For your sake have I been raised up, and yet you pass me shade. I'ma go. I'ma dust my feet off. God said, if they persecute you in one town, flee to the next. Dust your feet off. It'll be a better day on the day of judgment for the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah and for Sidon and Tyre than it will be for that town. And this is me dusting my feet off. Go YouTube. Marana, upload on multiple platforms, especially TikTok. That is by far the slowest platform on which I can upload. The videos like I upload go YouTube. It takes for a 15 part. It takes an hour to 2 hours. TikTok for one video, 10 minutes one video 10 to 15 minutes, and on top of that it uses up a whole bunch of RAM, and because my computer is slow, sometimes it just restarts on its own because TikTok is taking up so much space. And an environment like that, bese inginikezwa shade, bese mina refresh TikTok account the following day and there's no likes, but I've got like 50 views, no likes, and the 50 views of which are mostly from my people. And if you don't go we fight, and if you don't go for you page that is trending, it's okay. I don't need you. Literally, you need me and I don't need you. It is literally that basic. And God has evidenced that you are hungry because of how initially you grew my content. You rocked up and you followed me because you found something that was worth your while to pursue after on social media. I was uploading shorts initially. It's 1 minute and all you did was just like and move on. But as soon as I started to upload meaty content with more information in it, that's when you followed me. So I can see ni short circuit from dopamine addiction, you nonetheless can still hang 10 around a 5 minute, a 6 minute, a 10-minute video. Do you realize that the chopping up of my videos into 10 little minute segments was precisely because of TikTok? God will make out of me a fisher of men. I don't want to be working in Nazareth where I can only do 1 or 2 miracles because here there is no faith. I'm not going to do that. I didn't leave YouTube. I'm still uploading on YouTube, but literally I have made TikTok. It's like a bakery. You know how baking, how things operate. The freshest content, the freshest baked goods. Di krao saying kibato batsokhang. Hey, early bird catches the fattest worm. And so in the morning when you get the bakery, you get the freshest and juiciest baked goods. The best pastries are found in the morning, and by the time you go to the bakery in the late afternoon, you are grabbing the loaf of bread that is not so much stale, but it is no longer crispy. It is no longer as great as it was in the morning, because that was the best time to get it. So I rock up on TikTok and I give TikTok the crispy, freshest, warmest, fluffiest, most beautifully baked like puff pastries. It's literally the first environment I come to. It used to be YouTube that was like that with me, but YouTube passed me shade. They shadow banned the living daylights out of me. They gave me grief. So YouTube, I am now uploading there every 2 or 3 days, whereas TikTok is daily. And I sometimes work all night long just getting this content out. I bring the freshest content here. Why? Because I had an audience. I had people who were watching me. I refreshed my page and I found that people liked, commented, and followed. When then I'm refreshing and Gutulile, understand I'm gonna put you at the back of the queue. You're gonna get bread if you want bread, but you're gonna get it in the late afternoon. Is that basic? Next part.